Hey, good morning. It's Dr. Bill Williams in Swanee, Georgia. You know, Hurricane Delta just passed over us. Yesterday was floods in Atlanta. We had dams that were about to break. We had standing water in the creeks. It was a different type of a day from our normal. Brings to mind something that I've been thinking about for a while. The Ark OnPassive. The Ark OnPassive. You know, the story of Noah's Ark is well known. The state of the world was such that there was evil in the world. There was strife everywhere, a lot of unbelievers. And God said to Noah, I want you to build an ark. He gave him a vision, gave him a dream. He said, act on this vision. He said, I want you to build an ark because the flood's coming, and I want to save your family. I want to save humanity on the earth and all the animals in it. And so I'm kind of linking that to today, the age of Ash, Mufareh, the age that we live in. We call that the age of artificial intelligence earlier. Today, like in the days of Noah, the giants roam the earth. And they've recently unearthed a skull that was like this big from back in antiquity. So giants did at one time walk the earth. And what we're talking about now is tech giants stalking the earth. You know, they're the people who are the tyrants of this world. They rule with an iron fist. They make our products expensive so that 3% of the people that own the tech giant companies win. 97%, the rest of us, we basically lose in the game of business. We don't have the ability to have a leg up, 97% of us. And so it's not only that, we've got the COVID-19 going on, we've got job losses, we've got poverty and hunger still. Everything is just not perfect on earth. And so Ash got a vision, a new vision of how business could run, of how society could come together as a team and support one another. And so I liken the vision that Ash got to the vision that Noah got. And of course, the vision was to build the Ark of OnPassive, for Ash to put together a system of 40 different platforms. That's just the beginning. It's going to go on for more than that, of course. But 40 systems. Back in the day of Noah, it was 40 days of rain. I don't know why 40 systems is meaningful, but you know, if you like numbers, they kind of match up. So Ash is building the Ark of OnPassive. Noah was building the Ark to put the animals in. There were a lot of people scoffing at the idea when Noah told them about this idea. On a dry plain with no water anywhere nearby, he was building this giant ark. Well, a lot of people scoffed at Ash Mufareh too, as he was building this giant consortium of products called OnPassive. The scoffers were the unbelievers of the world. They were the evil ones back in the day, in Noah's day. In today's world, people just don't believe because they're jaded. They've been there, they've failed before because people have taken advantage of them, and they just don't believe when a good thing comes that sounds too good to be true. That's the number one thing we hear when people are being shared this information. It's too good to be true. I cannot believe it, so I won't believe it. Well, that's what a scoffer is, somebody who doesn't believe. But there's a family that does believe. You know, Noah's family believed in the vision. They believed in God. They believed that God speaks to people, that you can trust God. And so people believe in Ash because they see his vision, they hear his heart. You know, you can go online and find things about people that aren't true. But if you listen to their heart, you know what's true. So if your intuition tells you the truth, you listen. And so the family believed in both instances. They saw the vision. And for Ash, there's the introduction to come aboard. The founders are the family. The developers are the family. The team in India are the family. So today, after 2 years of work, there's 213 countries that are among the membership of the founders that are joining the Ark that Ash's building. And then there was originally only going to be one system, one marketing system, but he kind of changed it over time. An evolution occurred in his thought, and it was one reason was because the family saw the wisdom of increasing the number of things available. And so the family had a lot to do with the vision growing and becoming more. So it became a business system, a complete digital business system, all digital, all automated, all the traffic being sent to the business. And so just like in Noah's day, the instructions were given, the family built it, and the rains became evident. The clouds formed in the horizon. People were looking up, and they were still skeptical. They thought the rains would end just like they usually do in a couple of hours. But the rains kept coming. And in OnPassive, the rains have started. The rains have started, and people are starting to look around, and we're approaching the soft launch. And because it's the soft launch, that means that the doors will soon close. We've got another couple of months before the full launch to the public. It will launch in 2020, so this is now the middle of October. That means that we don't have that long before 2020 is over. The launch will happen in 2020. We're here. And so, just like the Ark, we're on a journey. The doors are closing soon. Now, when the launch goes public, that's when the doors are closed to being a founder. When we're on the journey, we're going to be on the ocean of OnPassive for a period of time, and then we go to full launch. Right now, we might send the doves out looking for dry land. We might wait for them to bring back an olive branch to show that dry land has been found. Because when we finally find the land, that's when we know we've landed, and that's when cat mode starts. When the Ark hit land, it signified that they were on safe ground, that the rains were subsiding, the waters were going down, and that the promise had been kept. God gave them a rainbow as a sign of a promise that he would never destroy them with water again. In the same way, Ash has given us a sign. A unicorn company has been founded because it will produce enough wealth. It'll be a dynasty building wealth company. The promise is, if you're in it, you will win it. So, Ash has given us his promise. Ash has shown us how he has built the Ark. He's invited us onto the Ark, and we're sailing across the water, waiting for the day where now we can disembark on that dry land. We're all waiting for the dove to come back with the olive branch. We're all waiting for that day for the soft launch to begin, for the final launch to the public to begin, and then in just a few days from now, a few months from now, we'll be walking on dry land. This is Dr. Bill Williams, the story of the Ark OnPassive.